Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. Depending on your time zone right now. Welcome to our second meeting, webinar related to the topic about how to set up your remote employees, remote working, remote business processes. Last week, we have discussed how we can set up, let's say, our business processes, what kind of rules, what kind of procedures will be the best to implement in our companies in order to make our people, our technologies continue working during the period of quarantine, crisis, and epidemic conditions. Today's topic is about Microsoft Teams. I would like to show you how you can really realize in practice, in real life, with your employees to work remotely, to collaborate together, to make online conferences, to organize online meetings, to make audio calls, etc., being remotely, and make those actions, those activities in the most productive ways. Because just to make a video call or audio call is not enough at all. So my name is Andrei Burlutsky. I'm a strategic marketing manager for Smart Business, and we are ready to start. But before, let me remind you that on the left side of the Microsoft Teams, we have a Q&A panel. So please feel free to ask any questions, push the button publish, and our producer Eugene, who is on another front of our video streaming. This is a live streaming, actually. This is live. That's why I'm asking you to ask any questions that you're gonna have. So please put your questions during any time of our webinar, and I will take them after we finish. I plan to be like around 15 minutes before 1 p.m. So let's start. Welcome once again to our own live streaming, live event about how to organize online meetings, collaboration and conferences and trainings using Microsoft Teams. So this will be a very much practical event organized by Smart Business. We are Microsoft partner, and by design, we are a company who is specialized in ERP and CRM systems, which you probably can know as Dynamics and Dynamics NAV, Accepta, and Dynamics 365. During the last several years, we also specialized in selling and implementing solutions on Microsoft Azure, Office 365, Power BI, and using artificial intelligent products developed by our data science department. So one more point I would like to make before we jump into the demo and into the discussion is that to support global coronavirus pandemic around the world, Microsoft has announced an initiative that for 6 months, Microsoft is proposing for the businesses the trial version of Microsoft Office 365 E1 plan to use for free for 6 months. If you have not started yet, we invite you to join this initiative to use this opportunity. So on the screen, you see the QR code, which you can use scanning with your smartphone and immediately get on the website where you can fill the form, make a request, and our managers will contact you immediately. So for free of charge, you will get Microsoft Office 365 E1 trial for 6 months. And with it, you get all applications for remote work, including Microsoft Teams. You will get a set of tools and an online videos for end user education. And also you will get applications for any of the devices that you potentially can use for remote employees. So please feel free to scan, and also you will get a link right now in our chat window in Q&A panel, so you can easily use it from there. So Microsoft Teams is a great place as a tool. Yes, for me, it is a hub for all my content creation content communication between people one-on-one, one-to-many, virtually, creating different types of working groups for chat, for managing big projects, to set up meetings, whether it's online meeting with video or online meeting with audio, or live streaming like we do right now. It's also a place for me to collaborate on the content on the files together. Instead of exchanging using Outlook, to use capabilities of OneDrive, Microsoft Teams, and SharePoint, and work together on the documents, Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. In addition to that, one of the biggest value for me is that I can add additional applications to the groups, to the chats, to the channels in Microsoft Teams that I potentially use in my everyday job. This can be Adobe, this can be Asana, can be Trello, Jira, etc., etc. Pretty well-known applications to use. And of course, maximize the security of the channels and information exchange while we working remotely with sensitive corporate data. And it is critical for us, for smart business, to provide you with the tools which are compliant with the global regulations, such as GDPR, and also to help you to set up the system to work secure and compliant according to your internal rules. So when we move our people for the remote work, we need to provide for them tools for collaboration, for the different types of meetings, different types of events and activities. And in my opinion, the main idea is not only to provide the tools, software for online meetings, online conferences, online education, but also to empower people, employees, remote employees, with additional tools, so they use it to be the most effective in current conditions while they doing, for example, online meeting. For example, online meeting without meeting notes, action items, and agreed action plan doesn't make any sense. That's why everything you do with online activities like video, audio meetings, calls, streaming, education should be followed up with additional steps in order to make it in the most productive way. For this, you need for your company to have a developed business scenarios or everyday job scenarios that are used by people. I mean, every department, every employee has its own scenario he's working every day. To realize those scenarios when they are in the office, they have certain tools, certain approaches, certain rules and conditions. When we are online, we are developing a new type of behavior, a new type of working for them. So let me show you now how you can organize different scenarios of working with online meetings, with online education and live streaming events using Microsoft Teams with collaboration modules that should be included on the every step. So I'm switching to the real-time demo. I will share you my screen right now. So here is my screen, my desktop. And what I'm usually starting from, what I'm usually doing, I'm usually creating a kind of communication. What we are usually doing at work is we are creating documents, we are creating information, and we are creating content. And then we communicate all of them, like content, information, with other people, in the different ways, right? Just let me check if you... to make sure that you see my screen. Okay, now my screen should be visible. So great, now you see my screen. Okay, great. So what we usually do to organize any communication around the task, around the document, question, etc. So we need to create such a content, right? So on the screen, I have prepared a simple document in Microsoft Word, which is created in my desktop Word application. So this is a very simple application. This is a very simple document that I will save right now on my desktop. I will select my desktop, save as, remote ready rules. This is a document about remote ready rules that we have discussed last week. Here it is. So this is great, but the document is not completed itself. So I want to engage other people to collaborate on this document, to make some changes, to fix it, to add additional information, or to make some additional other tasks that I will request from them. In order to do it, so what I can do, I'm open and I'm using my Microsoft Teams. Here is Microsoft Teams. I make a demo using a browser, so I want to show you that you can use Microsoft Teams on desktop, also in browser. Any type of device or any type of platform is absolutely open to be used for Teams. So I have my teammate, Ivan, whom I would like to share the document. And this is my Teams interface. Let me make for you a short overview of what we have. First of all, we have on the top, on the left, we have a panel of top key features that we will be using for Microsoft Teams. The first one is activity, right? So this is activity. This is something that we that we use to be notified that someone is asking us about something, right? So is mentioning us that we are requested to do something, that our message was liked or emoji used, etc., etc. Chat window is where we create a one-to-one or one-to-few communication with other people. This is as simple as that, as any other messenger. We create a chat and start communication in the most secure way. The next one is Teams. This is the way, this is the place where we, with you, create actually the project team, a virtual project team, where we want to engage even more people than 1, 2, 3, or 4, and we want to organize their collaboration on tasks, on project, with content, and to make sure that communication is flowing equally between each other and people are 100% synchronized between what every one of them is doing. So this is the Teams. We will come back to this later. This is the calendar. It is synchronized with your Outlook calendar if you are using it. So this is day-to-day. This is our webinar, which is scheduled, then some other events. The same I have in my Outlook as well. Calling is very clear. This is all my contacts. I can call from Teams from here. Contacts are synchronized with my Outlook, so I can easily find people from here. And files. All the documents that we have exchanged or shared with other people from Microsoft Teams will be stored there, and you can easily download, open, edit it anytime you need. You don't need to search for those documents on your laptop, on your PC, separately in SharePoint or OneDrive. Everything is here. So let's go for the chat, because we have document. Here is a document which I have created to collaborate with Ivan. So what I need to do, I need to share this document with Ivan. You see, on the top down, I have a line where I can communicate with Ivan. I can chat with him. I can send messages which are important or very urgent. I can exchange with smiles. I love it because corporate communication should be friendly, should be very human. I can use different types of emoji. And of course, here I can attach any document to collaborate, to work together. Instead of sending by email several versions of the document, then to be lost and frustrated which version is the correct one. So I want to work with Ivan on a single true version, and then I upload it from my desktop. So remote ready rules. Here is Ivan. I'm doing great. And we finish the document together. Yeah, this is done. I'm clicking send. And now this document will be available for me and for Ivan to work together remotely. Yeah, to work together on the same document. Doesn't matter or if Ivan is on a smartphone, on laptop, or Ivan is using any type of browser, etc. So any type of devices will be can be used for that. So you see, Ivan has it right now. The same situation right now I have here on my desktop application as well. You can see it right here. I can make it bigger for you. So what I'm doing now, I click on this document. It will be open in Microsoft Teams program. You don't need to open it in desktop application or in browser, so you can simply continue editing the document right here. But for the visibility, let's say for more demo experience, I will open it in desktop. So what I see here, you see the Ivan, I see he's in the document. I see him here, and the same is happening in the document. On the right hand, I see that Ivan, I can continue chatting with him. Here is, I see where Ivan is right now editing. Where is he? I will ask Ivan to color something. And you can add a lot of people here. Like I recommend up to 10, because otherwise it will be too many people to work on one document together. So it will work simultaneously. Now what I can do, I can actually send the link to this document to other people, 1, 2, 3, 5. So we work together on the same document and do not exchange with different versions of the document, of the file. So I close the collaboration with Ivan. If I need, I can make a quick call to the Ivan in order to, if I want to clarify something, I can choose right here audio call or video call. So let me make with Ivan a video call. Here is making the call. You see the Ivan's avatar. I also recommend you to set up your avatar also here. So here's a video from Ivan. Yeah. So I see him. He's sitting somewhere at home. What I can also do working with him right now, I can share the document I would like to discuss with him. Yeah, I can select the document. I can select the window to share. Or actually to continue communication with him. I go to chat. Yeah, Ivan has blurred his background, so nobody on the background will not disturb my attention in communication with him. And this is very important while you're working remotely. You see, I can open the document. I can see Ivan on the video. And I can continue chat. This is how we are working all the time. This is how I want to make sure that we complete our communication, our content documents in the most productive way, in the most effective way, collaborating with each other right here, right now. Okay. If there is not, if it is not enough to have only Ivan, for example, on the call, I can always add another people to the conversation. I can show participants, and for example, I can add more people here. For example, Olga. For example, Daria. And Anna. So the call will be coming to their device. I see that Olga is busy, but I see that Daria, for example, and Anna are green. It means that I can connect with them right now in order to talk to them if I have a question about my document. So here all the guys are on the screen. In order to continue working with them, I need to provide the document that we have discussed with Ivan. So I can do it in two ways. The first way, I can go to the files and get the link to this document, right? I get the link in Microsoft Teams or OneDrive. I can make a copy. I go to our video. Here is a document. And now all the people start working together on the same document. Me, as an owner, I give an instruction to everyone on the call what I'm expecting from them to do, what to complete, what not to do, etc. So we are done. And what I love the most, that I have a chat window with Ivan and Anna and Daria and Olga. So I know that we are working together on this document and we can continue doing right here. For the most effective collaboration, I will give the name of our chat. Remote Ready Rules. And also I can pin our conversation to the favorites in order to have a quick access to the conversation with my people right here. And we can again make calls, video calls, audio calls from here or individually to each other. This is how you can work using chat, video, and audio calls. Now let's move further. We have Microsoft Teams as well. You see right here. We are not only working like one-on-one or one-to-few, we're also working one-to-many. So here on the screen, we can create a new team for our project, for our department, for our company, for our entire organization. But we need for these specific rules to follow or create a templates from which we will build up the new teams and new channels. This is the topic for another webinar, but I would like to show you how we can work together during the meetings and create online meetings with other people using teams and channels inside. So let me create a new team. I will build from the scratch. It will be a public team. Give a name and how to work remotely project. Right? Right. This is what we were going to do there. Yeah, nice work. I need to add new people here. For example, Ivan, Olga, Daria, Anna. Yeah, super. I will make Ivan also the owner of our team. So this is our new team. The name is How to Work Remotely. I have already members of this team, and now after we have completed with people working on the with other employees or working on this document all together, you see that Ivan has some comments over here. That's great. So I need to push now this document from working together in a small group of people to the more bigger group, because this document, this initiative require also to be completed by HR team, internal communications, and then marketing team, and then also digital team who will send this communication to our customers, to our partners, and also employees. So I have completed working on this document in the chat window. Now in the meeting, in the channel, I have a in the team, I have a channel. All people are here. Hello, Olga. So what I'm gonna do here? First of all, I need to give to my team this document to continue working. Here it is empty, but you see I have a OneDrive here from which I can upload the document. The document from chat window, from the chat from here, has been saved in OneDrive. And I can upload this document from OneDrive immediately to the team, which is working on SharePoint. I select OneDrive. Files from the chat conversation. Remote ready. And in this way, I upload not the link to the document, but a copy, because this document will be moved from working in a small group of people to the wider, and this will be a new version of the document. I click upload copy. Using add, I can mention other people. For example, I want to mention specifically Olga, but I also want to mention the whole channel to make sure everyone will see and pay attention to this document. For this, I need to provide the name after the name of the channel. And this is general. General. So everyone in the channel will be notified about my message. Now we need to beautify the document and send to our customers and partners. Yeah. So now the documents is sent to the team of people. What we need to do here? We, as a project team, we need to organize a regular review of the completion of the task or of the project. I can do it in several ways. The first way, so I send them a message, and everything, all the communication about this document, about remote ready document, will be saved as a conversation tree in your window in the channel. I will organize a team call for us. So how I will do it? You see the same features to create a message, like in chat window, to attach a document, the recent documents from other channels in Teams, in OneDrive or from PC. And I also have a Meet Now option. So here is Meet Now option. My web camera is busy, that's why I will not use my web camera, for example. And I will schedule a meeting with my team. I click schedule. Remote ready document. Discussion. Discussion. I can add required people to participate, so from whom I expect the biggest input and collaboration of this document. This will be Olga, and this will be Ivan. So if I schedule, you see, my meeting assistant is showing me that there is no suggested time available for me to talk to them. Yes, that's why I will see the next day, for example, 25th. Yeah, for 25th of March, I have a free time to talk with Ivan and Olga when both are available at 9 a.m. or 9:30 a.m. Okay, I will take 9:30. The team has been adjusted, team meeting. The only one thing I need to add is agenda, right? Agenda for the team, for the meeting. First one, agree on text. Second, agree on design. Select who will send communication. Ready. So now what I can do, just send the meeting to the team. This is how I can do it in the browser version. And here is what I can do in a desktop version. Again, I can do also the same. Schedule a meeting right now. I will add the subject, remote ready email. I can use or do not use camera, of course. Schedule a meeting. And can do the same from here. I do remember we have time on March 25th, 9:30, agenda, agree text, agree design, select who will. I always put agenda so people know why they come and what is expected from them. Okay. So this is one of the options to create a meeting for our team, for our channel. One more option to schedule event for the team is to use a calendar. Here is a calendar. So what I can do here, I can schedule a new meeting on the top right window. Here it is. I have two options here to schedule an online event where everyone can participate with audio or video. And I can also schedule a live event. You are participating right now in our live event. This is one-way communication, video streaming, in which you can select who will be the owner, who will be speaker, presenter, and attendees can also only ask a question using Q&A panel. So I'm scheduling a meeting. I'll have a new meeting, finish remote ready communication. I will invite Olga, again, Ivan, (9:30). I can select where I will do this meeting. So our channel name and team's name is How to Work Remotely. So I'm starting putting it here in general and provide the agenda here as well. 1, 2, 3. Agenda and expectations. Send. Oh, something went wrong. Oh, showing that I'm unavailable this time. Okay. If you see on my video, I'm also blurring my my background. I will switch now to again to my desktop. Just a moment. The content will be on the screen very soon. Okay, I'm adding. Okay. So I wanted to show you that the scheduled event meeting with Olga and Ivan. You see this remote ready communication is scheduled for tomorrow. I open this event and I can go here for the meeting options. And this is important right now. Please pay attention. The meeting options will open you an additional options in the browser where you can add additional settings. First of all, if you would like that every attendee can bypass and join the meeting automatically, then you can make select that everyone can bypass the lobby, so like a waiting room. If you want just people from your organization to bypass the lobby and join the meeting, you will select people in my organization. One more thing, who can present? And this is also important when you organize meeting for more than, I would say, 10, 15, or 20 people. So who can present the content? Who can manage what is shown on the screen? By default, actually everyone can be a presenter, but pay attention and make additional settings. And try to start with either selecting only me can present the content, or you can also add automatically people from your company you know that will present the content on the meeting. For example, I select specific people and searching for participants. For example, Olga. I want Olga to be one of the presenters. It means that nobody can disrupt or take your presentation to present on their own. You know, they will not switch the slides on their own, etc. You will manage the performance on the screen. I can click Save. And now it's done. Also, you see here down in the presentation, in the meeting, you got it stated that you can join Microsoft Teams meeting, and this is hyperlink. You can use this hyperlink like you have been invited to our event today to send to any person in your organization or outside your organization to join it from any device. Even they don't need to have a browser or don't need to have a team, Microsoft Teams installed on the PC or on the phone. They just need a browser and they can easily click and join an event or Teams meeting. So what I will do right now, for demo purposes, I will join this event, which will happen tomorrow. I click join. I will not use audio or video because I'm using it with you right now. And I click join. Yeah. So until other people will join, I will show you what kind of options you have right here. First of all, we continue having chat on the right window, right? We can continue writing here to people, and everyone who is invited to this event will be able to read this chat window. I share the document we're gonna talk with people about right here. For example, from OneDrive. Files from Microsoft Teams. Here is our remote ready rules modified by Ivan. I'm sharing it. Here is document to discuss. And again, our communication happening here around the content, and everything will be saved in one place, including the version of the document that you see. There are several additional options. For example, let me add Ivan for this meeting, or Olga. You see, I see that Ivan has a red it is red that he's in the call. Olga is green, available, so I can ask Olga to join. Calling Olga. So additional options that you have from the Microsoft Teams, you can start recording your call. You can start recording And again, it will be saved in your chat with the people. Everyone will be notified that recording has been started. You can share your window, desktop, or the documents, files that you're going to discuss with people. For example, you have option whiteboard, which is right now loading, for example. And everything you will do in the chat window with whiteboard will be saved and will be available and accessible for the people as soon as they need it. And then your meeting, your conversation will be effective. If you like to draw a lot of on the desk, on the whiteboard, and other people can do the same. And I can also export what has been done on the whiteboard in order to use in the future. So I'm closing whiteboard, stopping presenting it. I will also stop recording, and finish the call. You see on the screen that meeting recording has stopped and now will be saved in Microsoft Stream and will be also available right from here. We have a few minutes call, that's why recording will be saved, I think, very quickly. Here is the document I have shared with the guys. So we don't spread our attention, our communication, questions around the Microsoft Teams. We have either chats for the conversation, or we have Microsoft Teams for the conversation with other people. One more thing I want to show you right now is how to organize a live event. So we use calendar for that, and also you need to have Teams live events to be activated in administrative panel of Microsoft Office 365. If you are not from IT department, please ask your IT administrator, your CIO, to activate this policy. So, new meeting, I'm creating a live event. Here it is. Here it is, my live event. So I give a name to it. Communication from CEO of our company. For example, CEO will make communication to all the company for all 500, 1,000, 10,000 employees, doesn't matter. It will happen today at 1 p.m. I provide an agenda, details, etc. I will invite people who can present during this event. It can be CEO of our company, let it be Ivan. It will be Olga, who will help to orchestrate the content. Olga will be presenter, Ivan will be presenter, and I will invite also one more person, Daria, who will help me to be a producer of this event, to help with logistic, with video content, with presentation content, etc. Producer. So this is just the start of this setting this communication. We go next. The live event we can organize for certain employees only, for selected people. We can do it for our organization. For that to participate, people, attendees need to have credentials, and sign-in required will be with their email and the password. And we can do it public, like right now. So everyone who has a link or hyperlink to the event will be able to join. Additional options that we have here is that everything that has happened during the event will be recorded as a video. Your attendees will be able to ask the questions and you will be able to answer. You can save all the questions that can be asked and all the answers for the future. You can also save attendee engagement report to see who has joined and who has joined, for example, from which devices, which time, etc. There is also one more option, you see, an external app or device. To use this option, we need to select event for organization-wide. And I can add more devices, like one more video camera, one more smartphone, web camera, that will make a recording from different angles of our speakers. And it will be really like you will be producer of the TV show, I would say. And this is why you need assistants, you need presenters, you need producers, etc. If your event will be in English, you can make a captions of this event. There are more other languages available, like Spanish, but English, I think for our audience will be the most applicable. And to save Q&A. Captions means that everything what will be said during event will be typed in the document that you can take and use for any other options. Schedule. So I'm scheduling right now the event, live streaming. Okay, here it is. So I have join button here for organizer and event group, for producers, for presenters, etc. And here is the link I will use for the attendees. You see, get attendee link, either for Teams streaming or using Microsoft Stream services for video streaming. You select. And when attendee click the link, they will be attend your live streaming like you doing right now using Microsoft Teams during today's collaboration event on with meetings and streaming. Here will be details, etc., etc. There is some help. There is some guidance how to set up live meeting event, stream event. And here, live event resources will be available after the event. It will be recorded video, all the Q&A sessions, everything people has asked and you has answered. If you do it in English, all the text that has been said will be captured, and you can take it for further articles, for example, or quoting people, etc. Then the number of attendees can be up to 10,000. So this is like everything I wanted to show you today using our event. Now I will take the questions that we have during the event, if we have any. So you can see right now how I see it on the screen. The question from Zaza: is it possible to use Ivan for Windows Virtual Desktop? Zaza Gamarjova, first of all. So Windows itself is not included into the E1. E1 is the only set of applications like Office Online, Microsoft Teams, Exchange Online, SharePoint, and Yammer. That's why how you would like to use it for Windows Virtual Desktop, I'm not really got the question. So if you can specify, yeah. So if you can specify, I will follow up in the follow-up email after this event, if you don't mind. So can you please specify how you exactly want to use Ivan for Windows Virtual Desktop? We'll check if any clarification will come from Zaza. Meanwhile, I would like to remind you I will make back some slides. That you can you can use the opportunity to start using Office 365 E1 trial version for 6 months. Just scan QR code on the screen, or you will get the link to the form, feedback form in your email if you have registered for the event today. Our next event, scheduled for March 26, will be together with the representative from Microsoft, Natalia Burlakova, the specialist on modern digital workplace. We will be talking about how to create a new way of working and create, a new behavior of employees to work in digital environment, especially in Office 365. So let me check if we have clarification from Zaza. No, we don't. Anyway, it was my pleasure to talk to you today. In all the conditions, despite everything, take the optimism as a strategy. Be optimistic. It helps to keep your mind sharp, and you mood good and be healthy. Yeah, take care about your health and your families. Thank you and goodbye. See you later this week on the next webinar. Goodbye.